this is just for documentary reasons. Captain Sunny Waffles comic haul for this week, Wednesday. Don't know the date. $29.35. We're in January. This week, I thought had some interesting picks. Nothing particular that I want to follow. World's Finest. We got an Aquaman story. Since we're reading Aquaman, I decided to give that a try. I just finished it. It's pretty good. Justice League Unlimited issue 3. I'm all in on the Justice League stuff. So it's interesting. We're bringing in the Atom Project when we already have issue 1, which is a weird one. So that's going to be a good read, I think. To pair it up with the Adams Project. Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 4 is out. I did peek. That sword is used. So that's also going to be a fun issue. My personal favorite, or the thing that I'm very interested in that I didn't see anybody talk about that I saw on the shelves, a one-shot, Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon. The only thing Marvel can get me to buy is something with Doctor Doom on it. So this is going to be a fun read. And then a little pocket edition. This is a $10. The DC's took in a bunch of different stories like the Quarter Owls and what else, Watchmen, and made these smaller pocket versions of the story, which is only $10, and it reads great. So she's a key part in the All-In Green Lantern, the recent newest story. Hey, hello. Yeah, you're back. You're cool, man. It's all good. I'm glad somebody is here. I was just going to show off my comic books and leave, but if you want to read a story, I have a JLA story we were reading. We can do that. Other than that, I was just playing Pokemon Unite, D-ranking, So I decided to quit and read some comic books. But yeah, everybody says this Far Sector story is really good. Starring, I don't even know her name. I know nothing about her. So I decided to pick this up for $10. And we're going to learn what she's all about. I needed something longer to read. I'm not done yet. I have one more issue of this to read, Blue and Gold. I've been reading this. This is so fun. It's so funny too. It's like they start a Heroes for Hire type business and they stream all their fights and they have fans. It's so funny. It's so funny. What you want to read? Hello. The Justice League story we were reading, it was part 2. I just kind of don't feel like reading it. It's a lot of reading. Or we can read one of these books. This is a part 1. So this is kind of fun. This is just Justice League. I can choose. I don't really care either. I'm also interested in Rocket, this Doctor Doom book. I don't buy any Marvel books. As you can see, I'm a DC boy. So for Marvel to give me to buy a book, it's usually I'm interested in something. Let's see what's in the Doctor Doom book. Whoa. We need some tunes. I was expecting to read a book. Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon. Born to a poor nomad and an ill-fated witch, Victor Von Doom used his talent for combining sorcery and technology to take over the European country, Latveria, making him one of the most powerful people on the planet. Doom is, and forever will be, inevitable. Rocket, one of the smartest tacticians. See if we can get the music. Help. Oh my gosh, lag. Rocket, one of the smartest technicians, tacticians, and weapon wielders in the universe. Genetically and cybernetically enhanced through painful means. Racoon, who spends his days traversing and guarding the galaxy. Marvel's gonna try to sell you stuff. Disney's gonna sell you stuff. And then it opens up with this ad, which is like, I've been thinking about reading Ultimate X-Men. I heard it's nothing like X-Men. It's not an X-Men book at all in the Ultimate Universe. So it might be good because X-Men is trash. So it actually might be pretty good. And they're on issue 13 is year 2, so I can start this now. It's kind of like American manga in a way. It takes a lot of Japanese influence, but it's an American comic book. So it's one of those things. So it does sound interesting, but like if you like X-Men, nothing to do with X-Men. Which is like, okay. Now we're at a Scooby-Doo mansion. Latveria. Yes, the structural lattice must be made much more elegant and subtle. It will be necessary to adjust the chronospatial filaments on a molecular level. That's our boy. For another, this will be nearly impossible challenge, but not for. That makes sense. I was like, Doom better be Sorcerer Supreme in this book. It's a one shot. It's supposed to be like a real thing. Doombot 279, come forth. It seems we have a guest. Continue the work. I shall return. Yes, master. Yes, the structural lattice must be made much more elegant and subtle. Yo, down here. There was no place nearby to land my ship, so I had to land way the hell away and freaking walk. Okay. Now we got some Marvel ads. I never get to see these because I don't buy Marvel books. Garbage. 13 Days of Doom. Look at this guy, man. He's soaking wet. I'm cold, I'm tired, and you have no idea how long it takes to dry fur like this, even with a good dryer. So you gonna let me in, or should I take my skills somewhere else? Someplace warm, someplace dry. Am I getting through to you here? He's like, what am I looking at? Slam. The art in this one shot's pretty dynamic. I like it. So why do you want to see me? Why here and why so last minute like this? What's so important I had to race halfway across the known space on an empty stomach? It's a long story. Yeah, well, with you, what is it? It will be necessary to adjust the chronospatial filaments on a molecular level. You got a ventriloquist dummy in the next room? You say a long story again, and I'm so taking you down. I'll explain over dinner. For another, this would be a nearly impossible challenge, but not for. He's repeating himself. It's on repeat. Kablam. Whoa. You may sit wherever you like. Whoa, now I'm hungry. The only thing I got to eat is rice. If there's any cuisine missing from my table, it doesn't exist. Mama, buy me that. 20 minutes in. And I gotta be honest, after you and I swapped bodies and I started slinging around words like Doom a genius, the rest of the Guardians weren't that I'd be described as happy with me. Guardians of the Galaxy 2020, issue 14. They swap bodies. And that's why they're doing this again. Did you know Rocket Raccoon and Doctor Doom swap bodies? No, I imagine they would not. Provided someone almost as smart as me as well. There's the book you are sitting on. What about? Some are the only known copies dating as early as the 12th century. Yeah, that's why the covers are so soft and comfy. They mold right to my ass. Is it time now to know why you have been summoned? They don't need to know the page number, just the issue. Seriously, they can find it for themselves. What? Oh, there was another thing here. About what? Guardian Galaxy 2020, page 14, issue 14, page 15. What? What's happening in this book right now? Now the editors are talking to each other? Why are we doing this? Marvel Comics. Sorry, you were saying? Look, I'm just trying to be thorough. It's my job. The editors are talking to each other in the middle of this damn one shot with Doctor Doom right now. Nobody asked you, and we're not having this conversation again. Talk to the rest. The hand isn't listening. Editor. It is, as I said, a long story. Swell. Fine. Whatever. Associate editor. If Doctor Doom does not shoot an editor by the end of this one shot, I'm going to be baffled. What's happening? Women of Marvel. Now I get an ad. She Devils. They tried it. It failed. They're trying it. It's failing. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't care. What? Hear them roar. What are we doing in this book? What's happening? My mother, a proud woman of Roma descent. We're getting Doctor Doom backstory right now. Like everybody should know the Doctor Doom backstory, but it's fine. My mother, a proud woman of Roma descent, became a sorceress to avenge the abuse heaped upon her people, and for that was murdered by Mephisto. My father, a doctor, a good and decent man, was wrongly blamed for the death of a member of the royalty, and we were forced to flee. He gave his life to save mine, keeping me warm in a blizzard with his own dying body. I came to America, seeking the knowledge to cure the ills of the world, only to see my hopes dashed and my face disfigured, becoming the monster you see before you. Doom's my hero. The only real hero in the MCU. The Fantastic Four, biggest villains in the series, I promise. Lost and wounded, broken on the wheel of a world built on unspeakable cruelty, I staggered into the temple, a place dedicated to freeing the mind, and forged the prison I wear every day. The mask that hides a face of rage and sorrow that I can never remove. Look at these jerks. And then the bullies come after him, right? He's already in his own prison. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. I unleashed a parade of horrors, outrageous thefts, manipulations, and murders. There was no familiar joy I did not try to destroy. No purity I did not seek to corrupt. No power I did not try to steal, because it was only in power that I saw the means to take my revenge. Oh, remember when you took the Silver Surfer's powers? Yeah. Look at all the good Marvel stories that they used to tell. Wow. But each time, I was defeated, broken, until finally, with great difficulty, I began to understand that I had always, only, and ever been on the wrong side of history. See, Doom is, he reflects a growth mindset. With that knowledge came two things: a desire to do better, be better, and a question. What's the question? Why? Because I'm curious. I told you. You told me what? No, I told you why. I don't care. No one does. I'm just asking you what's the question. No, why is the question. Look, pal, you brought this up in the first place. I'm trying to help you. Then what's the question? Why is the question? Say that again. I'm coming over there. Say what? Okay, let's try this again. Now we're goofing off, bro. 1 hour and 7 minutes into this joint. Okay, stop. I think I got it. As you wish. You're saying the question is, why did all this terrible stuff happen to you? And why did all this other terrible stuff have to happen to other people because of you? Yes. Come with me. I think this is a Doombot we're talking to. It better be, because Doctor Doom, Sorcerer Supreme. That's not his outfit right now. Many years ago, I constructed a time platform. So, yo, this story is actually about to get hype. We're using the time platform. I love the time platform. That allowed me to go forward and backwards in time. But now I need to go farther than I've ever gone before. This is a one shot I heard nobody talking about. I just saw it on the shelf when I was looking for stuff. To that end, I have been working on this, a device that can go places where the time platform could not. What? If you are all that I think you are, if you can do what I think you can do, tell me the problem I'm describing. He needs a rocket to fix it, to work it. Okay, what's wrong with it? If you can already go back and forth in time, then the only place you couldn't go is someplace where space-time coordinates wouldn't work, wouldn't even apply. But the moment you take time out of the equation, there's nothing for the time platform to lock onto. That's the problem you can't solve. Time exists because space exists. Because space exists, and space only came into existence after the Big Bang. If I'm right, you want something that can take you back to before there was such a thing as time? Before the Big Bang? You're not trying to go back to the Big Bang. No, we know what happened at that moment and all the moments thereafter. There is nothing for me to find there. You want to go back to before the Big Bang. Why? Exactly. Don't start. Really, why? Science has told us how the universe came into existence, but no one has yet said why it was birthed. It is my purpose to go back to that timeless moment and ask that question, to ask why. Why was I set on this path I had to follow? And why were there so many hurt along the way? Why are we here? Why all this? Why everything? Doom, the only deep character Marvel has. So where do I come in? The work is a combination of science and magic. I can handle the latter, but I need someone to assist with the former. When we switched bodies, I saw your mind, and I recognized someone who could work with me. I tried using Doombots, but they do not possess your skill. Well, sure, I'm pretty much of a genius myself. Takes one to know one, right? But there has to be someone who can help who's a little closer to home. There has to be someone you can call a friend. A ruler has allies who are only of the moment, those he uses. Those who try to use him, and enemies who unfortunately are never only of the moment. So no friends then. No friends at all. Your fee has been sent as requested. We begin the work tomorrow morning. Rest if you can. You will need it. Rocket Racoon and Doctor Doom is going back in time to before the Big Bang in this January one shot by... Who wrote this? We forgot to see who wrote this. Oh yeah. Michael Straczynski, J. Michael Straczynski. Art by Will Robson. Will Robson is doing a pretty good job. I knew that. J. Michael Straczynski. Let's see how we do. Day 1. Your science? Yes. Needs work. Also, I think he got rats. And then we get the montage and the feast. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying you can maybe use a good pizza place around here. Day 2. Your magic? Yes. Needs work. I wouldn't touch that button if I was you. This button? No. I did try to warn you. Yeah, fine, whatever. It's 2DL. Day 3. I really ain't saying this, but you gotta go. Tough, hello. Thanks for stopping by, though. How late is it for you? I tried to start this an hour ago. That's only 3:30 for me. Is it already like 9 for you? 11? That's crazy. I can try to start these a little earlier. Day 4. Or you just keep it on while you go to sleep, man. Day 5. I figured it out. I can see now why you were stuck, not having access to my level of genius. You know, I can have you kill with a gesture. Thanks for coming in, guys. This is a one-shot. Dr. Doom and Rocket Racoon. Came out today, I'm pretty sure, this week. If you like it, leave a like, leave a like. What kind of gesture? Let it be a surprise. Continue. Nice, man. I appreciate you. Hello. Good guy. You know, I can have you killed with a gesture. What kind of gesture? All time machines work the same way. You can enter the year, the date, the time you want to visit, and off you go. You move through time, but before the Big Bang, there are no years, dates, or time. So what's the solution? You don't move through time, you move through entropy. The stabilization theories of time and space say that time should flow backwards and forward equally and randomly, but it doesn't. Time moves forward because it's linked to entropy, which began at the Big Bang and has been building towards a state of equilibrium ever since. Time is stable, which allows us to travel to fixed points in time. Why is the raccoon making sense? Is this a real thing? I didn't know there would be math involved. Yes, it's real. Now be quiet. I'm trying to follow this. Who are... Why are the editors doing this? You have a good rest of your day and night. Keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you. Thanks, man. I will. As long as people come by and believe, take a listen, we might have a good time. But we don't have to travel through time if we can modify your tech to reduce our entropy. Then we're not moving through time. Time is flowing in reverse through and around us. Hang on. If we can reverse entropy to the 0 point that was present at the moment of the Big Bang, then all we have to do is go one step further, lowering the level of entropy from 0 to -1. Once we do that, we'll be on the other side of the Big Bang, right before whatever happened. But how will we find the nexus point at the moment the change occurred? We don't have to. If we're in the spaceless time, the timeless space, there is no nexus point. Yeah, the whole thing is a nexus point. Because neither of those exist. Because we're past the edge of entropy. We don't need to be anywhere because we're everywhere. Yeah, and nowhere. Exactly where we need to be to see why the universe came to be. Never do that again. Thor said you liked it. He lied. Very well. Rabbit. Are we? He said, pat, pat. Never do that again. Day 6. Day 7. Whoosh, sorcery. Day 8. Why is it every time we play this stupid game, you end up with every hotel on the board playing Monopoly? I understand capitalism. So you could teach me crypto? You are not yet ready. No one is. This book is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. This book is actually kind of funny. Just a little bit. Day 9. Day 10. So are these parapets bulwarks or bastions? It matters not. They are mine. Yeah, but you think everything that's not nailed down is yours. And if you can pry it up, it ain't nailed down. Silence, minion. Day 11. Day 12. Stay away from the box. Why? It contains terrible power. Also dust bunnies. So why'd you drag it out? You'll see. Just do not come closer if you value anything. Day 13. Yo, Doc, we're just about good to go. Only thing we need is your power source, and you said you had all that. Well, covered. Do not interfere. Do not speak. Yeah. I conjure and command thee, descend and be in service to my wishes. By my will and by my blood, you shall submit. Slam. What did he just do? The ritual is complete. We have our energy source derived from the vast cosmic forces that balance life and death themselves. Now we may depart. What? Hold on. The ritual is complete. We have our energy source derived from the vast cosmic forces that balances life and death. Now we may depart. He trapped some sort of cosmic being inside the box. Okay. Steering's a little loose, pulls a bit to the left. It will suffice. The path I intend to walk is dangerous. You need not come. You kidding? Wouldn't miss this for... Yo, what's that? The last component of our power source. A piece of my soul. Made manifest. A piece of your soul? Wow, that must have been painful. Yes. Was that the screaming and agony I heard last night? Drawing upon a piece of myself, my own life and past will give the spear momentum and direction as it begins its trajectory backwards through time. Will it also open the garage door? Yeah, I know. Silence, minion. No, this is no longer the time of silence. Now, we make a noise. Wait, I was gonna go to the bathroom one more time before we eat. Too late. So, what happened before the Big Bang? I can't believe he's using a piece of his soul. That's nutty. Whoa. You can pin messages. I didn't know that. Looking good. Quantum chronometer shows we're going backwards in time. Picking up speed fast. Should be at the beginning of everything pretty soon. One thing though, we've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to think about it before, but given this wasn't that hard for geniuses like us to figure out, how come some other geniuses haven't tried this? They have. Then why haven't I heard about it? Because they've never returned. Why not? I imagine it has something to do with them. What are those, bro? Whenever one enters region of creation, considered Sakranac, dark forces are sent to deal with such violators. Swell. So what are we gonna do? Engage the enemy. You build weapons into this thing? I build weapons into everything. That is why I am Doom. Computer, eliminate the targets. Pew. Confirmed. Yo, it's a light show out there. That was easy. Too easy. The weapons kept them away until the locked temporal trajectories. They did not want to get caught in the backwash. What? Backwash. The weight of my past pulling us deeper. Yo, I heard of that game. Marvel Rivals. I don't have anything to play it on. I would never play Marvel Rivals. Yo! We're going through Doom's past. Look at the comics you wish you were reading. So the power source is using part of Doom's soul that he manifested into a crystal. So they're using his timeline, his entropy, to push themselves backwards until they hit the Big Bang, and then they're gonna go -1 off the Big Bang. Doc, we've reached. Yes, I know. His birth. Live, my son. Take the warmth from my heart for your own. For you are loved. You are important. You are an artist. My son, what are you making now? Beautiful. Wow. We didn't know about that memory. We got a little Doom lore here, bro. So beautiful. Accelerate your trajectory. I wish to see no more of this. I don't think we have much of a choice. It's black. There's nothing left to see anymore. The Big Bang. We reached the Big Bang, Doc. The birth of the universe. Can we just, take a moment to know? Entropy -1. Now. Now. What the hell is happening? Oh. Okay. Here we are at nothing. Not even the absence of nothing. Before things. Before time. Before anything. And before you ask, no, we can't go outside the barrier of the spear because we'll cease to exist. So now what do? We wait for revelation, for an answer. Who are you? What are you? Are you alone? What is this? I was. I am. I have always been. I have never been. I have never had knowledge of alone until there was another. Until I was not. Wait, they're chilling in nothing. And like, well, just wait. And then this thing zaps in their pod. And he's like, well, I was everything that's been here. He had no concept of alone until there was another. That's interesting. We have come seeking knowledge. Knowledge. Answers. Answers. Understanding. Understanding. I do not know what any of those things are. This is pointless. He has less understanding than a small child. You gotta remember, those concepts didn't exist before the universe. Was there no context? Then how am I to learn the purpose of the universe that I have sought my entire life? How am I to understand why? Purpose. Why? Here it is. What is here? Curiosity. A word I did not know before because I did not know of words before now. Also, hunger. Desire? No, don't touch that. It has pieces of my soul. The desire to understand, desire the answers. A question? Why? What is the purpose of a thing that is about to be called the universe? What's happening? What is to be the purpose of the universe? That's literally what we came here to ask. That's literally what we came here for, man. Welcome in, welcome in. Leave a like if you enjoyed the story. This is a crazy one shot. It is the purpose you have always known, the curiosity you have chased, the pain you have suffered, and the understanding that has brought you to the timeless moment. Oh, he's big. The purpose of the universe is to understand. The purpose of the universe evolving through pain and uncertainty until the day when that purpose is finally defined and understood and made manifest. Until the day arrives. Really? Until the day arrives that the question is finally answered, and that distant day we begin again. The light switch is over there, Doc. Wow, that was, look, nothing personal, but after that, I really need to use the little raccoons room, like right now. What just happened? 1 hour and 3 flushes later. Ew. A Doombot is ready to take you back to your ship. That's it. We're done, and I appreciate your assistance. I'm not looking for thanks. Do you understand what happened? We just answered the biggest question in the history of everything. The universe was created to find the kind of purpose that drives you. It was created in your image. Which actually, that actually makes sense. Everything you went through, everything you endured, the good and the bad, the suffering and the pain, and the need to understand why, it makes perfect sense. It's why Marvel, it actually makes so much sense. It's why Doom is Marvel's best character. The universe is literally made in his image because he went back in time and ended up booting up the universe. Doom is part of the Big Bang. Of course he is. Doom is, and the human heart is wicked, right? The world is evil inherently in real life, which is one thing I'll give Marvel Comics. Like, they do their best to mirror reality, and all they do is copy reality, which is why some of their stories hit, because like they're just telling the truth. It's really truthful. Like, that's actually deep. Doom's soul being part of what booted up the universe is actually super deep. All of it shaped you, the one person who would ask the right question at exactly the right time to create everything. Don't you have anything to say about it? Yes. The answer I receive is not the one I went looking to find, but it is the answer I should have expected. For as you say, the universe was created in my image. Doom, bro. And we all have our masks to wear. And that's the story of how Doctor Doom started the universe, booted up the Marvel universe. Which, like I said, humans are inherently evil too. All roads leads to Doom. And like that's why Doom is even more important. Look, Doom is a fundamental part of the universe. If you guys want to hear more of me, see more of me, come by on Twitch. I'll probably be streaming something. Until then, see you on the next one.